Hi, welcome back to Moose and Chemistry. This is redox reaction, oxidation reduction in a basic solution, problem number 2. Alright, so we have our redox reaction in front of us right here. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and break it into two half reactions. So we got Cr2O7 is going to be our first half reaction. Cr2O7 to negative yields Cr3 plus. And the other half reaction is going to be, of course, Hg, 0 charge, to Hg, 2 plus charge. Alright, now we're going to make sure we're going to balance every other element other than oxygen or hydrogen. Alright, so we need to put a 2 right in front of the Cr, okay? And the Hg's are just fine. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to balance our oxygens by adding H2O. Well, our second equation has no oxygens in it, so we don't have to worry about it. But this one has 7 right here. See, we have 7 oxygens right there. So we're going to have to add 7 waters. 7H2O. Alright, now that's going to take care of that. However, on the other side of the equation, that's going to create a little bit of a problem. Because now we have, look at this, we have 14 hydrogens right there, right? So now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to clean this up a bit and give myself a little bit more space there. So I'm going to rewrite this Cr2O7 to negative, and we're going to put in, of course, 14 hydrogens. There we go. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to balance the charges by adding electrons. Well, okay. So when we go from Cr2 to Cr, we're going from a plus 6 charge right here. How do we get a plus 6 charge? Because oxygen is negative 2, remember? And that would give me minus 14. And that would give me 12 here. So that would give me a negative 2, which is that right there. So that's how I know that. In case you didn't know that. It's important to remember that. Okay. So we know that that is a plus 6. We're going to plus 3. So we are actually gaining electrons here. So we are gaining how many electrons? We're gaining exactly 3. Gain electrons reduce. We're gaining 3 electrons. Okay. Now, the next thing we have to look at is this other part of the reaction. HgO to Hg plus 2. That's losing electrons. It's oxidizing to get that plus 2 charge. Now, what's common between 3 and 2? Of course, 6, right? So this 2 is going to be multiplied by that 3 for our CRs right there. And that's going to give us a plus 6 electrons. Again, we multiply the 3 by the 2, we get our 6 right here. Just want to make sure you understood that, because sometimes people forget that. All right. Now, let's look at what we've got next. Oh, we can do the Hg ones. So this is going to have, of course, 2 electrons. You can multiply by 3, and this is going to give you, of course, 2 electrons here. I'm going to draw that in there because it's losing those electrons. But we're going to multiply everything by this 3 right here. So that's actually going to become 6 electrons, right? So let's erase that. Make this a little bit neater looking. So that's going to give us 6 electrons. Pretty darn cool. However, we need to think about this. Since we're multiplying everything by 3, that's going to be multiplied. Because remember, 2 is multiplied by 3, next to give us 3 here. Okay, now now that we've got that, we've got some stuff that's common. So let's clean some stuff up here, okay? So first things we can do is we can go ahead and get rid of a couple of things. Mainly this. 6 electrons here on this side, 6 electrons on that side, and that gets rid of those electrons. All right, what about our waters right here? What about this stuff right here? How are we going to take care of that? Well, that's the cool thing we're getting ready to do next, because we're going to start using a basic solution. So now that we've gotten rid of our electrons, let's go ahead and erase that. And now we have 14 hydrogens here. So we're going to have 14 OHs to make 14 waters. Right? So let's put 14, our hydroxide ion right there. So these two together are going to make this. Watch this. I'm going to change that into 14 H2O. All right, now we've got H2O on this side and we've got H2O on that side. So now again, we can go through and take these guys down, right? So watch this. Pretty cool. Watch what I do here. 7 goes, and that 14 goes, and that becomes a 7. Pretty snarly, huh? Yeah. All right, there's nothing else that we can cancel out, so let's clean this up a little bit better here, and then we can combine our two equations. We're almost done. Pretty cool, huh? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and combine this. These two equations right here are well, this 7H2O plus 3HG circle plus Cr2O7 2 negative yields 2Cr3 plus plus 3HG 2 plus, but you know what? We forgot one small thing. Remember we put that 14OH on that one side? We also have to put 14OH negative here. And that's going to be added right there. And that is our final equation. So pretty cool, huh? It was a little bit complex, but it all worked out. If you liked this video, give us a like and consider subscribing so we can grow this channel. You guys be snarly, and we'll see you back here at Museum Chemistry.